What do you say to, especially as a designer yourself, and you coach a lot of designers, to the moral or ethical implications of AI getting involved in taking out the soul of design?
I think the soul, as it relates to design, is a human construct that if I showed you good work, I'm not sure you could tell that a human created or not. I think it's prejudice, mostly, because there's really bad soulful work done by humans and really beautiful non-soulful work made by machines. I think in this age when we can make anything, it becomes a question of why we should make it, not what we can make or who can make it for us. And so I think we're going to see a whole new rise or the resurgence of skills that I think we used to, and that we would pass up on. For example, art history, music history. We need to know our history because we need to be able to make clear references to the machine. It already knows the history, it's that you don't. We're going to see rise in curators and people who have really good sense of style. We know this, like maybe some people are born with a good sense of style, maybe it can be refined or you can learn it, but the machine can make lots of things. It doesn't know if it's good or not. It knows it's rendered well. It knows that the lighting ratio between the foreground and the background are good, but it's not necessarily good. A human, I think, still needs to say, well, of all these really good images, this is the one that speaks to me, to the brand, and communicates the message. It's the right feeling. And until the machine can know that, curation, art history, those kinds of skills are going to be very important, and good old-fashioned ability to communicate in written form, in verbal form, because you still need to direct the machine.
Recently on our team, I saw a skill gap trying to just get a square image out of a video that was vertical, and the ability to just maybe in Photoshop, it'd be very easy for me. And I realized our social media manager said, I don't know how to use Photoshop. I just use Canva, and was unaware of how to do that. And so I thought, okay, is AI making people lazy? Probably a separate conversation. And do you think that there's still going to be a gap if people overestimate the capabilities? And do they still need to sharpen their skills to have a combination of skills? Will those be the most lethal? You kind of spoke to, you need to know how to talk to the machine, because perhaps actually Canva could have solved the problem, but he felt stumped.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I don't think tools make people lazy. I think tools reveal the person. That's all. It's never been any different. Microwave popcorn's not gonna make you fat. You gotta go eat it, or you gotta not exercise. Those are the things that are gonna make you fat. So what the tools allow us to do is to hopefully be less technical and be more creative. And I think that's what is happening. So shooting and aspect ratios for video is very important. It's the thing that's been a bane of our existence. You want to shoot vertical, horizontal, and then now, I can't reprocess. So now what do? We got to shoot 6K. So you can do a center crop to maintain resolution. But the whole idea of framing and cropping is a dead idea, because you can make it wider, you can make it narrow, and you can reframe, you can add to the head, to the feet. There's so much that you can do, and we're just touching the tip of the iceberg. So when we say lazy, then I think what we're saying is, are you going to be less intentional when you go to shoot, right? Because now you're not thinking about the framing the way you used to, and you're shooting for averages. Like, okay, instead of like getting the shot exactly the way I want, I shoot a little wider than I think I need. It's not as flattering for the person. I shoot a little flatter than I need, and then I'll use the machine to fix it. But I think it's just another crown in the box of tools that we get to use. And the analogy I love to make is my brother, who's a software engineer, tells me this. He goes, you use Adobe Illustrator, right? Would that make you lazy by using Illustrator? I'm like, why would you say that? It's still very difficult to do these drawings. Well, he says, Adobe Illustrator is built on the PostScript language. As a software engineer, I'm writing the code to make the image. Would you like to learn how to do the code, you lazy bastard? Of course I wouldn't. We use tools to enhance human creativity and productivity, if it can enhance it. All I'm saying is it's just going to reveal the person that's underneath all that.
If you enjoyed